money. And it's, I don't know per municipal law, I don't know what you're referring to there, I've never read that.
We have to.
I thought there was something written.
There is, I know something in the auditor's guidebook that makes a suggestion of that, and I agree with it.
I'm sure Tammy would like to have it
And I
done.
don't have a problem with that. If you want
Is
to
that-
spend $5,000 for it, I move that we hire Cypher at a little under $5,000, I can't remember the number. We've already approved it, but we need to sign the contract. It's here someplace.
I don't know if it needs to be done, I was just
Wait a
asking
minute.
if it was
Wait,
done.
I thought you guys did that months ago.
Well, we did, we approved doing it, but we didn't, it's never been signed. So, approving, it's never been executed. So if you want to execute that, I'm going to execute the contract and move on.
I'm
I'm confused. I could have
confused.
sworn that was.
It was on the floor.
You approved,
We approved it, we never, because of the money situation, we didn't feel it was a prudent thing to do. But if you want.
so they did the work, they did.
No, they did not do the work.
Well, didn't we just, earlier in
I
this
don't-
meeting, say we were gonna advertise for audit?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a different audit,
That's a different audit.
it's a different audit.
different time period.
This is a different
I have a
time.
question.
Yeah.
Since we're on the subject of audits,
Yeah.
I was given a printout the other day that said that the audit of 2016, there were a lot of errors. Would anybody have a list of what those errors were? Since it
I'm
was
not sure what
stated-
you're talking about.
It was stated that there was a lot of errors in the audit of 2016.
I
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
specifically asked Dan, I can't remember Dan's
Yeah,
last
it was
name,
on the Freedom
but
Group.
Dan from Cypher, and he
Freedom
says,
Group site.
whatever errors there were are indicated in the audit report, and they were
Oh,
of an immaterial.
I read that.
An
Yeah,
immaterial.
read it.
Wasn't it just misplaced or
Well, and it,
just suggestions on where it should have been instead of here or there?
yeah, there were some suggestions in the audit, and all audits have suggestions. But that it was, if I remember the statement correctly, someone said that they just did a spot check on the books. And not spot check the books, they audited the books.
Who?
Cypher and Cypher.
You just told me they did.
They did this
2016, they
2016,
did a
they
full
did.
audit of the books, a financial
I was talking
audit.
about 2017.
And so
Okay.
this statement about there
16
being
and
a lot of errors,
She
I
said
mean, I know
16
we're
is
like,
done.
it's late,
Okay.
but wonder if somebody could bring a list
17.
of all of those errors, like at next meeting or something. I'm just curious what the errors were, since we paid $9,000 for the audit and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the audit report.
All of these,
They've issued an audit
errors.
report, they stated that there was no money missing and there
It
was no
should be a public
misappropriation.
document.
It is public.
Yeah, I mean,
Everybody.
yeah, I would just like to see the errors. that they're
Come into
talking
the
about.
office and find it.
Well, I'm not one in the office, but I'm just asking,
But
is there
I-
a list?
I have a motion on the floor.
Site.
Say again?
Why was it posted on the Freedom Group site?
Yeah, I mean, somebody up there has.
I have no
posted it, so I'm
control
just
over what
asking,
goes
what's
on
the-
any
Is there a list of
website.
errors? That
Kathy,
from the
you
audit?
wrote it, speak
Yeah,
up.
I mean,
somebody had the right to put it on there, come on, guys.
If there's a lot of errors, I think
What
that
are
the
the errors
township
that you're
residents should
writing
be aware of what those
What the
errors
errors
are.
are.
Yeah, okay, look, we
Yeah.
got a motion on the floor,
Well, I'm just asking about the audit though, Ed, if there, I mean, as a resident.
and I told you, come in, get the audit report, and find the errors.
I
on
have,
what it-
I have the audit report.
Okay,
They
then-
know what
But
the errors
I'm
are.
asking because it was put out there on Facebook.
We,
It
I
was the
cannot,
Freedom Group
look.
website, and I'm just asking as a resident, if there's a lot of errors in
I
the
cannot
audit,
control,
I wanna know what they are.
I can't control website, Facebook,
No, you didn't,
Snapface.
Ed,
No,
that
okay,
other
here, how about
numbers
this, Eddie, scoot aside, Tammy and Kathy, who posted it?
I don't have access to that account, thank
Post
you.
on the Darnell Freedom site,
I don't type on the Donegal
so you've
Freedom
never
site.
put nothing on that site.
I
That's
I
a bunch
can't-
of bullshit.
Oh,
I answered
oh,
the
oh.
question.
hang on, hey,
That's a bunch of.
we're not, you know, hey, we're not here representing Donegal Freedom Group right now. We're here at a township meeting.
Question was
And we're not-
asked, and she
You-
has all the answers.
And I told you,
I gave you the answer you're gonna get. Come into the office,
You're gonna
get
make
the
a good
report,
supervisor, Eddie.
okay?
Yes,
Eddie,
sir.
hey
Thank
Eddie, their answers aren't in there, I'm asking them as a group.
Well, ask him as a person at their own time.
Yeah, that's not, doesn't pertain to this meeting,
Yes,
okay?
and it was posted on the Freedom Group, and as a resident, I'm
They're,
concerned.
they're
I'm concerned.
supervised, Eddie, they're supervised now. Do they ever rate going in that group and posting stuff on the site?
Do they what?
Have a right going on the Freedom Group webpage and posting stuff that's inaccurate as supervisors.
They have the freedom of speech that every American has.
Even though that it's
Yeah.
not true. They have that, okay, that's fine.
Yes.
But I'm
I'm glad we
asking,
had
There's a lot of
before
freedom
our
of,
meeting,
freedom
okay?
of speech that people don't like.
and
JD.
I'm asking as a resident and a taxpayer,
Yeah.
if we paid $9,000 for this audit of 2016,
Yes.
it was a financial audit,
Yes.
and it's posted on the Freedom Group's page that there were a lot of errors. So I'm concerned as a resident, what are those errors, is all I'm asking.
Read
What's
the
the
audit.
errors?
Read
Eddie.
the audit.
And I told you,
My
come get
question
the
was-
audit. Or you said you
I
have.
have a copy of
Okay.
it. It's
That's
not
all I
in
can
there.
tell you. I'm not in charge of Facebook.
I think Doug answered Tammy's question. Audit report's out, it pointed out the errors or the suggestions or whatever.
Yeah.
If you have a copy of the, I don't have a copy of the audit.
I don't
report.
either. Who else had their hand up?
That should be in the content of the audit
Mrs.
report.
Plants.
I was just gonna say that if an audit was done for 2016, you guys weren't in office in 2016.
Right.
So how can you speculate as to what was said?
I don't know.
As supervisors now?
Okay.
Alright,
All right.
I don't know about that.
We have, what do we got? A motion
Doug
on the
made a
table?
motion.
Doug made a motion.
Siphon for 5 days.
Anybody got a second to motion?
Will you repeat the motion since?
How about second it, so I can define how everybody else feels? You can all vote no, I don't care.
To pay Safer and Safer $5,000
To
to do
audit.
the audit
To audit.
from January 1st to August 3rd.
Let me ask you something.
It doesn't say specifically.
Will
signed
the
by-
auditors report
Well, Cypher was hired,
take care of
was
that?
authorized by the
Previous
previous
board.
board, the previous board. So
Is
now
it
they're
executed?
voted to
We,
execute the contract.
we have two auditors. Will that not take care of it? Can they audit that? That's my question.
Whatever, I know that the MPC states that when one resign, you know what I mean, like, she needs to be audited. I mean, I
Not
mean,
according to the MPC.
That's in the,
Or-
that's in the year
It's not in the
2000.
MPC.
Is that gonna be 2017? Would
yeah,
that be covered in the?
yeah,
Yes.
I've,
No, you collected the taxes for this year, right?
17.
17.
17.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Isn't that the year we're talking about, right?
Yeah,
What's,
I have a 17.
Okay. I'm just asking as a matter of course, from January 1 to August 3 is the period you're talking about. Isn't that gonna be covered
Yes,
with the one that you're advertising for? That we
This is
did,
a forensic
that we did previously. But you guys authorized a forensic audit.
Is that what we're gonna do, is forensic?
I'm
no,
asking-
no, no,
I'm
we're
asking
asking,
you.
we're asking
No,
you
they
what
did
you.
not, they did not authorize the
They,
forensic
in
audit.
fact, they didn't, that $5,000 was not for, it was for selected procedures based upon that length of
See,
year.
they
It was
do
not
select
for full audit.
It was only for those 3 months.
No,
It wasn't
it wasn't for 3 months, it was
January to
for
August.
January to August.
So for 8 months,
Yeah.
but it wasn't a forensic audit, it was just for certain selected
Certain selected
procedures.
audit procedures, if they found something that warranted doing more.
Then they would report back.
And report back and it could cost more money,
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
Anybody gonna second it? That's
Well,
what
let me hear
you're,
it.
that's what you're voting on. You're voting on
Doug made a motion.
executing the contract
That's been previously approved.
to do a select group of auditing procedures from January to August 2017. It's not a forensic audit, it's not a complete audit.
I'm not for spending $5,000.
I'm not gonna spend
I'll second it and vote no. Or do
That's
it
for
now.
lack of a second.
That way we know that you're against it.
We're moving on. Alright, it's dead.
We answered that one.
We should be running out of stuff here.
You're
Yeah.
on- we answered, we did the keypad.
Cell phones,
There's a question that was asked.
questions,
Put on.
township, cell phones, or for officials? You guys have cell phones?
Nope,
Yeah.
no action.
Comments and announcements.
Public.
Good grief, it's 10:30. If anybody got anything.
You got paperwork here you better look at.
You were supposed to make 2 advertisements that you haven't done yet.
2 advertisements.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for looking for building code official and your engineers.
Yeah, I thought we already did that.
No, you said you'd do them at the end.
Yeah, we
You
did.
did,
Oh,
you did the one
okay.
for the CPA.
Okay. Then we need a motion to advertise for, actually, we probably need
Why don't you put the CPA in with this in one ad?
Yeah.
We just do a list, do a general advertisement, a
Yep.
list of everybody you wanna see.
Yeah, we need, that's what I was gonna say,
Try to save.
we need a CPA, we need a building code officer, or, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's obviously contingent on if we can get.
Yeah. And what else was there?
Engineer.
Engineer. An engineer,
I thought you agreed you were gonna keep the engineer until.
We-
Yeah,
they have an engineer right now that's
Yeah,
gonna
I
go
thought you were
in the
just gonna
interim
keep
period.
that
Yeah.
engineer now.
And did we wanna put in there that we'd
See what we
like
get.
letters of interest for,
we can put in there for letters of interest though,
Yeah.
to get some more prices. That's all.
yeah,
I think that would be fair, don't you?
alright, what's this?
So, you want a motion on
This is the village,
to make sure,
Where did
are
it-
you- oh, you're looking to see
Yeah.
if there's anything else?
When you set the meeting dates, did you approve advertising it for meetings? It's expenditure of funds.
Let's-
No.
put that in the same motion. It's all advertisements.
Okay.
The meeting date's gonna be January 22nd.
Yeah, it'd be the fourth Monday then.
Fourth Monday of the month.
I want to request to be on the agenda for that meeting, and the topic of my speech is gonna be my farewell speech.
So, everybody's welcome to speak, Dave.
Put my daughter on there too, I don't know what her topic's gonna be, but I'll let you know.
Which daughter, Dave?
Savannah.
Well, you don't have to advertise.
No, I'm just writing this down, so
That'd be,
Oh,
the
cool.
meeting will be
Right.
the 22nd and the 23rd.
Hmm?
Putting it down for 2 days. Where these meetings go.
What's that?
So they put the meeting down for 2 days.
Either that or we could
One
have,
last thing, did
Wait.
we could have one every
vote
2
to
weeks.
keep John
like you guys
Forrest the
did.
sewer and plant manager?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Did you vote to keep John Forrest the sewer and plant manager for right now?
They did no action.
we did no action on that.
His contract's still valid.
Yeah.
His transfer.
I think he does a good job too.
Okay, so I'm waiting for this motion that we've all been discussing.
Alright,
Somebody
Okay, motion to
a
advertise,
general advertisement.
a general advertisement for CPA,
It's supposed to be public accountant,
public accountant, a
BCO.
BCO, engineer for quotes,
Yeah,
and advertise the new meeting dates of the fourth Monday of every month.
do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Question?
Anybody got any questions?
Do you need to speculate if some of those Mondays or holidays, when the meeting will be, or, because like Christmas Eve is a holiday, I think Memorial Day is the last Monday of the month. I'm not sure if
Usually
anything else, but there
Sometimes it's the fourth, sometimes it's the fifth.
could be, Mike, but I'm just throwing that out there. I know
She's
Christmas
right, this
Eve,
year
I
is the
think,
fourth.
is a Monday. but I
Well, we
just wanted
can,
to throw that out
adjust the
there.
meeting
I
coming
don't
up
know
to
when
that
you-
point.
Yeah.
When, if you could advertise for that or whatever, but
Yeah, we can adjust
We
that.
advertise it, it falls on the Tuesday after the Monday?
Um,
I'm just
yeah,
You
asking.
can do that.
That way you don't have to make another advertisement.
yeah,
I'm just- I
just
just
say,
was
that's a
thinking-
good
Huh?
point.
It would still make it Christmas though.
yeah, like Christmas Eve.
Christmas is a holiday.
Yeah, but if you just advertise it for the Tuesday after the Monday, then instead of having it New Year, the Christmas Eve, we'll have it on Christmas.
Or the Friday before.
Do that one when it comes out.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine. All
Yeah,
right,
because
so
that changes his schedule.
that's a motion on the floor, so.
Alright, we're voting. Anybody else got any questions?
Eddie, just to clarify, so you're advertising for letters of interest for the positions you need to
Hold on,
fill.
hold on, Jay.
I can't hear you.
Hold on, I can't hear the speaker on the floor.
What?
I said, just clarify, so there was so much conversation about it. The motion is to advertise for letters of interest for the positions you need to fill and to advertise the meeting schedule, correct?
It's a motion that, a general advertising. The first one is for quotes from a CPA, a public accountant, a BCO, an engineer, and the meeting dates. It's a general.
Who has to sign?
The,
Public chairman and secretary.
Where do you?
you guys will write the advertisements.
Sure.
Yeah, you have to put sign there.
So they'll be legal and legit when the,
That's what I was getting at.
yep. Do we have to put that in there?
Can we put, no. All right, any other questions? We're voting. Doug,
I don't know what I'm voting on, but yeah.
you voted on that ad.
Motion
You voted on
for
that ad.
the
The
advertising.
advertising.
You're convoluted to have.
Ed,
Yeah, yeah.
Mike,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
I vote yes.
Is that it?
Just, the other thing, like, well, I can just talk, I'd like to talk with Ed after the meeting, just to give him my cell number and give him your number, right, Ed? I mean, just, if you have a
He can't
question.
have my number.
Is that okay, Ed? Is that all right with you?
Fill out.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
I don't know if there's any, we gotta sign these, I don't think that has to happen, and it's, these are millage papers, we already set the millage at the same thing as last year. Somebody's gonna have to sign that. Apparently it's me, are you the secretary?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's the biggest.
she's a big ass. We can do comments and announcements while we're signing.
Go ahead, yeah.
If anybody wants to add any comments.
Anybody, this would be, you need a month to prepare, or you can do your farewell now? No?
No,
No,
we got
okay.
prepared for it.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why are you, and I know he's getting paid by the hour, why are you paying the solicitor to write your ads when you can write them yourself? Submit them to the Observer, they'll send you copies of them. Why are you paying the solicitor to do that?
Didn't say we're gonna pay him, we can ask him for help. I mean, again, phone calls are free.
What's gonna happen is I'll go back and I'll say, Nancy,
Free.
let me
I
tell you,
understand
man,
it.
let me tell you, I'm busy enough. When I get to the office, I'm gonna say, Nancy, write an ad for Donegal, this is what they wanna do. She'll write it and send it to them, and they'll look at it, and I'll never see it again after tonight.
But do you turn your clock on?
What I just told you what I'm gonna do is what I'm gonna do, and I do not turn my, I don't bill anything less than a quarter hour. Dennis doesn't bill for phone calls. And I don't bill hourly for these meetings either, which might change.
It's $250 a meeting. You can look again.
This is just a form that we gotta fill out.
Okay.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. Right at this moment, I would feel more comfortable with him doing it until we get our feet a little wetter. I mean, just
On important
on
ads like
an
that.
important ad like that, I would just assume they do it correctly and it's done correctly. And once we see how they're written, I'm sure we can assume that.
I have one more question. All four of you have said that you're gonna turn your paychecks back in?
Yeah.
Then why on earth did you take the township to court to fight
Here,
reducing it?
okay, here's the point. I am giving my paycheck back until the township gets on its feet. I'm gonna say I was doing it for 6 years. At some point, when the township's back and we've got the budget under control, then I will take my paycheck. And I didn't want it to be dictated by the past administration. They actually did, there was actually a law. Did you know that if it would've went to court, they would've lost? Your attorney, their attorney didn't even wanna litigate.
Not true.
No, that's not correct.
That's what I'm like.
That is not correct.
Not true.
He was told not to.
And if you read the second class township code, it elaborates how that pay is set.
I wasn't,
This isn't for the reorganization, that's just a report.
Do you all have a copy of the second class township code?
What's that?
Do you all have a copy of the second class
Yes.
township code?
Yes. And the UCC code.
I've been treated like a
and-
second-class citizen all my life.
And the
All right. Any other questions?
And the Sunshine Act.
Any other questions? I will entertain a motion to go home.
for adjournment.
Yeah.
Mike,
I second that motion.
okay.
Oh, I'm making the motion now. Okay.
What's that?
So motion to adjourn
Voting.
at 10:36?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Kathy?
If it rolls into another day, I'm sure the fee goes up higher, right? Yeah, stay till midnight. Yeah.
That's another $250, right?
Yeah.
What are those?
We're gonna
Dave?
have fun, guys. It's gonna be good. We'll get
Four.
that door. I mean,
You guys don't-
why are you acting like that?
Nah.
You're hurting my, you really hurt my feelings, it'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah, good night. Happy New Year.
I've had you guys 12, at least a dozen years.
Yeah.
That's you and Guffey.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't there when you found Guffey.
I'm actually gonna purchase my own funds for township stuff, but for right now, I'm gonna use my cell phone.